Hello everybody, this is Klutz, and per request, here is the tutorial on how to create clips for CSGO. There are a few things you will need using this method, and the links for the downloads will be in the description. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to go into your properties of CSGO, click on launch option, and put these 3 commands in. This will help with the recording process. This will be in the description, so you can just easily copy and paste this right in. Next, close all of this and launch your game. It should open in a small window in the center of your screen. Depending on your screen resolution, it may be in like a slightly different spot though. The first thing you do once you get into CSGO is go to your options, video settings, and you can pretty much copy these. I intentionally don't turn on the bottom 3 settings because they're simply just not needed for what we're doing. The next step is to simply find the clip you're going to be using. For this one, I'll just use the one that I've already created because I know exactly where the clip is. Simply just launch the demo or watch the replay. Once you're in game, you're going to hit Shift F2 on your keyboard. That will bring up this demo UI. For those of you who don't know, this is basically just a control panel to manage demos and replays. You can use this tool to navigate to where your clip is. I know pretty much the exact tick, so I will just go to that now. Once you're here, there are a few commands that will make your game look better. The first one is going to be net_graph 0. That will get rid of the network information at the bottom of my screen. Then type in sv_cheats1 to enable this command, which is cl_draw_only death notices 1. That will get rid of everything but the chat and the kill feed, I believe. The last command is kind of dependent on what you want to record at. For this example, I'm going to use, I think, 120 FPS. The command is host_timescale, and I'm going to put this at 0.25. Now you need to open a program like Fraps or DxStory. For this example, I'll be using DxStory. Now, there are a few settings you will need to change in DxStory, one of them being turning off the sound. After that, click on the video tab, and what you see here is called Logarith Lossless Codec. There will be a link in the description for it, and you pretty much just need to go through an installer. It's not that difficult. And then you restart DxStory, and it will appear here. You want to select this, make sure you're on 29.97 FPS, and your percentage should be at 100. Over here on the green square tab, make sure you click Limit Video FPS and put that to 30, and have your processing threads at the highest it goes to. Then you can return to your game. You're almost done. Hit Shift F2 to bring up the demo UI again. Then click your hotkey to start recording. And resume. And exit the demo UI. The clip will play slowly. That's how you achieve such a high FPS while recording CSGO. Once the clip is done recording, just hit your stop recording key and you can exit CSGO. Next, you want to open up Virtual Dub. Then, figure out where you recorded the clip to and simply drag it onto the screen of Virtual Dub. Once you've dragged the video in, one thing that I realized is that the demo UI is still in the middle of the screen when I started recording. So what you could do to solve this is figure out where in the video that the demo UI was closed, and click this little button that looks like a half of an arrow, and that will create a start of the segment. Then go to the end, and you want to click the other half an arrow, and that will create a segment. Next, you want to click on the video tab, go to frame rate, and this is where you are going to change your frame rate. We recorded this clip in 120 FPS, because 30 times 4 is 120. That's hard math right there. One thing that I forgot to mention is that Virtual Dub is really good at compression. So you want to go to the video compression tab, and the Logarith Lossless Codec should already be in here because you installed DxStory. And you just select that. and it will make the file size a lot smaller and will actually render a lot faster. You then just click F7 to bring up the save and just click save. Unchecking those two checkboxes right there will make it go a lot faster, and depending on how long your clip is, this may take a while. After it's done, the pop-up should just close, and then you're done with Virtual Dub. For this, I'm just going to show you how to render it in Sony Vegas. You then just need to figure out where you save the file to, and simply drag it right onto the timeline. If you then right-click the video file, it should bring a drop-down list, and if you click Properties, this is where motion blur is created. With Force Resample, it's going to blend frames together and add a motion blur effect, while Disable Resample will take that away and just keep it a very crisp video. For this video, I'm going to try both and show you the end results so you can see the difference. Next, once you have the clip all done, what you're going to do is click on File, Render As, and then under the main concept, AVC/AAC, you can select any sort of preset. I would recommend Internet 720p, and customize it. From here, you can mess around with the screen resolution, but for the recording, we did it in 720p, and the frame rate is 60 FPS. There's no need to go higher because no video site really supports more than 60. And these settings should be all good. Feel free to just copy them. Then name your file and click render. And once it's done rendering, you're done. Feel free to upload it to any sites, YouTube, whatever you want, whatever the purpose for this was. And yeah, hope you enjoyed. If you have any comments or questions, feel free to just leave one below. I respond to every single one of them. If you really need to come in contact with me, you can add me on Steam, and I'm pretty much always on there. Also, thank you Reddit so much. This is so crazy. We're at 2,300 views and still growing, which is insane. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you later.